Coffee has been grown in Sơn La since the 1990s. With over 30 years of development, coffee in Sơn La has affirmed its position as a crop with high economic values, suitable local natural conditions, and brings stable income for growers. However, the development of coffee trees in Sơn La province still faces some difficulties, such as the area of old coffee trees account for a high percentage. The intensive farming is not in accordance with the techniques, productivity and quality products are not really high. Along with that, the development of cooperative groups and coffee production cooperatives are still limited. In addition, the spontaneous development of coffee has also had negative impacts on the environment and landscape here. With the support of EU 8 volunteers forests, the Center for Sustainable Rural Development (SRD) collaborate with relevant units in T默District and in Sơn La Province to carry out the study Coffee Development Sustainability, a case study in T默District. Coffee is one of the key agriculture products in T默District, Sơn La Province. Up to now, the whole district has nearly 5,060 hectares of coffee. Due to being grown on high mountains, mainly fertile soil, it's very suitable for Arabica coffee to grow and develop. So coffee in this area has unique quality and it's known by many people. On September 28, 2017, the National Office of Intellectual Property issued Decision Number 3262. QD-SHTT on granting of Geographical Indication Registration Certificate number 00058 for this product. The current coffee development also comes with certain environmental and social impacts. Realizing this, EU 8 volunteers forests allocate a number of volunteers to Vietnam to learn and collaborate with SRD to conduct research to develop coffee sustainably.
Sơn La province in northwest of Vietnam is one of the poorest provinces in the country. People rely on agriculture for their survival. For this reason, this is a big threat for the preservation of the forest and for soil erosion, since the area is very mountainous. In recent years, there has been an expansion of coffee production in the area, and research from the Agroforestry Institute, they show that agroforestry systems based on coffee are the one with the highest biodiversity, and they can protect from soil erosion if they substitute annual crops and not forest. And this is the reason why we believe that agroforestry system based on coffee, they can be a tool for the sustainable development of the area. My name is Giuseppe Baldassarre, I work at the University of Lisbon, and I came here in Vietnam in the framework of U8 Volunteer Initiative. Together with France Volunteer and Daisy Lab, I've been working with SRD, Sustainable Rural Development. SRD is a local NGO that in the last 20 years has developed a lot of amazing projects all around the country. They are really rooted and committed with the environmental and social justice in Vietnam. I've been working with SRD in the last 2 years, first remotely from Lisbon, and in the last 4 months here in Vietnam. And I really had the pleasure, and this was for me, has been for me a lifetime experience to learn and to understand a lot about the possible way we have, the possible tools we have in our hands to challenge climate change and to really bring social and environmental justice all around the world. Thank you very much.
Over the years, to enhance resilience and adaptation to extreme climate events caused by climate change, as well as enhance landscape resilience, many agroforestry models based on coffee have been piloted and show a highly effective in both economy and environmental terms. This contributes significantly to biodiversity conservation, limit erosion, improve soil quality, and enhance water holding capacity.
My name is Abder Elias, and I've participated in a program called the EU 8 Volunteers Initiative, funded by the European Union. This is a project in which EU citizens can participate in humanitarian work in a country outside of the European Union. It has been a real privilege to have been selected to go to Vietnam and to arrive at HUYển as the first EU aid volunteer. I've discovered that Vietnamese people are very open, and especially at HUYển they are very willing and prepared to work with people from diverse backgrounds. I've enjoyed the whole experience, and I've had the opportunity to meet very interesting people, not only inside HUYển, but also outside of the organization. I've been continuously supported by HUYển even when I was still in Belgium, my home country, in which I've worked as a finance professional for several years. Now, as someone with an economics background and a coffee lover, I was really intrigued by the Vietnamese coffee culture and how important coffee was for households and coffee smallholders. Many poor households and coffee smallholders have come out of poverty thanks to coffee and thanks to the support of the Vietnamese authorities for many years. Now, climate change is a challenge nowadays more than ever for the whole planet, and especially also for Vietnam. HUYển has really given me the opportunity to participate in a study project in which we were looking for access to finance for these poor households and smallholders to practice more sustainable ways of coffee farming. Now, my role was to examine the available credit and the credit these farmers need for these sustainable ways of coffee farming. And I really hope that this experience has given me the first step to continue this kind of work after I leave Vietnam. Thank you.
From August to October 2022, I have participated to the HUYển volunteer program, and I've been deployed in Hanoi, Vietnam, working with SRD, the Center for Sustainable Development, which is a local NGO working with disadvantaged community and supporting them to improve their quality of life and to manage their resources sustainably. The scope of the research was to find strategies to develop coffee trees sustainably in Son La region, and I worked in this research with the other two volunteers and with the local staff. From my side, the scope of the research was to find policy recommendation for the sustainable development of coffee. And the experience for me was a great occasion for personal and professional growth.
In order to consult stakeholders as well as share research results, the project organized a workshop with the participants of delegates from TਝNH and a number of research institutes. The suggestions obtained from the workshop are extremely practical and useful to upgrade and complete the research results and help the research results to apply to the reality of coffee production in TਝNH. The project has surveyed and made important findings on the correlation between land use change, especially forests, and due to the expansion and development of industrial and fruit trees, including coffee. This helps managers have a basis to devise monitoring measures to ensure that the production conversion does not affect forest degradation. In addition, the research project had also proposed specific and practical solutions to contribute to the sustainable development of coffee in TਝNH province, thereby helping to reduce risk in coffee production due to impact of coffee production. Undesirable effects of climate change, helping to increase adaptability and improve income for local people, making an important contribution to improve the resilience of the ecosystem and landscape of TਝNH province.